Right, you lot. Now, I don't know about you, but this year has been bloody mental. Honestly, it's been more complicated than the finale of Lost. You know, I'd compare this year to the music career of Coldplay. I mean, there's a couple bangers in there, but most ranges from bloody dull to absolutely dreadful.
You're wrong.
Twists and turns of the final season of Game of Thrones. Look at the news of this week. We've got two stories that I feel completely different about. You've got Elon Musk buying Twitter. I mean, when I first heard that, I thought he was buying Charlie.
When there was a violation, personally, I wouldn't have.
Jordan, cut that. But seriously, I mean, although I care about Elon Musk about as much as I care about Matt Hancock, I kind of have to respect what he's like, the intentions there.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
He's gonna mess it up, isn't he? Because, like, no billionaire are any good, are they, really? But then there was a news story that when I heard it, I acted about the same way as Chelsea fans when Kepa took his penalty in the League Cup final.
Keeper against keeper.
That's impossible!
James Corden has quit the Late Show with Jordan to come back to the UK. No! When is he going to realise that nobody actually likes him? Honestly, when James Corden left for America, we were all over the moon. We were hoping we'd never hear of him again, but here we are. Honestly, James Corden's like that one kid who keeps trying to be with the popular group, but they've made it very clear multiple times that they hate him. I don't know, he's basically TV's answer to Fregley. Right, Mr. Corden, I have to admit something to you. Nobody bloody likes you. No one wants you to cross the border. Do not bother coming to this country. You hear me? Do not cross the border. I repeat, do not cross the border. I'm saying do not cross the border. Do not cross the border. I'm saying do not cross the border. I'm saying do not cross the border. Oh, that's brilliant to hear the British public. Can't wait for me to come back. I'll be there. Let's go. I'm not dealing with it. As much as I hate James Corden, I hate him as much as the next man. I've somehow found a TV show that is worse than James Corden's late night show. I don't know how I've managed that. Like, seems an impossible feat. But I'm going to be calling that a show that has gone under the radar for many years, and I feel is a problem in this society. Lose Women is a problem.
What do you mean by that?
I know what you're going to be saying. Oh, Lewis, you've really sprayed the ball with barrel. Now it's just a harmless show. When people think of Lose Women, they're just like, oh, it's just women discussing women things, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with it, Lewis. Like, and well, I'm not against giving bloody a group of women a show. I mean, I think men have had enough say throughout history, but the problem with Lose Women is that it's the biggest example of double standards in entertainment. Like, it's literally a show where women sit around and talk about the oddest things you ever hear, like, oh, Tom Hardy's put on a few pounds. Show stars a group of your favourite women and Janet Street calls them.
Oh my god!
They waffle on for about 2 hours. Half the show of them just going on about what men have done. Like, does anyone actually, like, care? Like, imagine the opposite, right? Imagine you got a show with Piers Morgan going on about Hollywood.
That's disgusting.
No one's gonna like that, are they? I saw a topic on Lose Women once, and I heard it, and I'm like, what has this world come to? Janet Street Porter on if the moon landing was real. Because she bloody knows! Wow, the iconic astronaut, Janet Street Porter. I mean, at that point, you might as well just ask Blue Van Man a question on modern day dance, or Boris Johnson a question on stylish haircuts. Why are they asking Janet Street Porter about as for the role as I am to be a bloody electrician? Sorry about that, I got a bit passionate. But the worst thing about this show is that the show's been on air since 1999. When the show came out, Jimmy Savile was a respectable name who'd recently been knighted. Madeleine McCann had barely been missing, and my parents haven't even met. And they've been together since the crack of dawn. I don't get why people just look at Lose Women and go, yeah, that's fine, we'll just keep this on air for you. They never axe it, like, and I'm calling this show out because I feel like no one else has, and it needs to be said that it's a problem in our society. Right, you lot, now in my opinion, the absolute worst thing about Lose Women are the topics that they discuss. Some of them, you hear them and you're just like, why is this on television? Now, I've got a list beside me, and I'm not going to read out all of them because I've got a few innocent viewers, like Holly or my nan, who I don't really want to seduce to some of these weird, but I'll read out a few. Just, should you do a TikTok at a funeral?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever...
Oh yeah, the age-old question we really need to know. Has a ghost stolen your remote control?
I would like to share with you all my...
Bloody hell, this is year 2. Love a step pet as if it was your own.
What on earth are you on about?
What is a bloody step pet? What, when you marry someone and they have a pet? Who cares? This is one of my favourites. How would a ferret wear a boob tube? I don't even want to know what went into the producer's head when they thought of that topic. Honestly, imagine, right, you got me, Bromoman and Brace. We sit around, we do a podcast, and the first topic is, how would a ferret wear a boob tube? Brilliant! Would you wear your dead pet? Like, what kind of questions are these? I mean, the only dead pet I've got is that goldfish, so I don't think that's really fitting around my waist, is it? Is it okay to fancy a chameleon? That's bestiality. Is your dishwasher ruining your relationship? That one hits a bit close to home. Don't even ask about our dishwasher, bloody hell. And my favourite of all time, Carol, I want sex in space. Well done, Loose Women! Cheerio! I have no words for any of the topics that I just read out. Like, every single one of those topics is dreadful. Like, I feel ashamed to have even had to read them out. Like, but in conclusion, it's just like, I genuinely don't get this show. Like, other topics I've talked about, I need a video idea really, and it's like, oh, Easter's coming up, do a video on Easter. But this is probably the thing that I'm like, I actually hate this. Like, how is this still on television? I just wanted to do this video because, like, if no one realised, am I the only person on this bloody earth who's realised that Loose Women is an absolute shambles of a TV show? So, yeah. I have no idea what next week's video will be. We're getting close to the summer now, and the summer on this channel is going to be very, very interesting. That is all I'm going to say. So you're gonna have to look forward to it, because it's going to be good, but it's going to be mental. So I'll see you then.